Crow, a sort of rooster from Timbuctoo, by Roger Hargreaves. Crow was a sort of rooster, a Timbuctoo rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo! He lived in Sunrise Cottage in Timbuctoo. As you know, roosters crow every morning so we can all wake up. Crow, on the other hand, didn't crow in the morning. He crowed at night. And this was a huge problem for everyone in Timbuctoo. I bet you're wondering why. Well, that's the thing. Just about everyone in Timbuctoo was sleeping at night, and Crow's crowing kept everyone up. It was that loud. But that was Crow's problem. No one had ever told him that roosters are supposed to crow when it's dawn. Our story begins when Wolf, a sort of dog, was walking up to Sunrise Cottage to explain the problem to Crow. "All right, Crow, me old mate," he greeted. "I've come about the noise pollution." Crow was puzzled. "Boy, I say, boy," he began. "I ain't done nothing of the sort. Making sounds, that is." "Well, that's not what everyone else has to say," replied Wolf. "Everyone is complaining about how your crowing keeps them up at night." "Well, golly gee gosh whiz," said Crow. I didn't know how loud my crowing even was. What can I do about it?" "Perhaps," began Wolf, "I would go and recommend seeing Hoot about it." So Crow decided to go and see Hoot, the wise old owl of Timbuctoo, to see what was to be done about his crowing. "Greetings, Crow," greeted Hoot. "So lovely to see you. Do come in. Do sit down and tell me the purpose of your visit." "Well," began Crow, Wolf has told me that my crowing is really loud. Noisy, that is. Can you help me?" Hoot thought. Then he added, "Have you tried hypnotism?" "Hypno-what'em?" replied Crow. "Hypnotism," explained Hoot, "is where you dangle something between your eyes in the mirror and say that you're something else. Here, let me try it." And he got out a small pendulum from an old clock he was repairing and straightened it in front of Crow's eyes. "You are getting very sleepy," said Hoot in a hypnotizing sort of voice. "You are getting very sleepy." Crow was certainly feeling very sleepy. His eyes felt very heavy, and he began to sleep, standing up. "Now, when I snap my fingers," said Hoot, "you will crow at dawn forever." I will crow at dawn, in the morning, that is," replied Crow. Then Hoot clicked his fingers, or rather, he tried to click his fingers, but he realized something. He couldn't click his fingers. "Well, I'll be jiggered! I just remembered something. I can't click my fingers at all," gasped Hoot. Crow was still under a hypnotic trance to take any notice. Then Hoot took Crow by the hand and went over to Toothy Cottage. I bet you're wondering who lives there, don't you? Yes, you're right. Snap. Snap was a sort of crocodile. "I say, dear Snap," said Hoot, "there's a bit of an issue with Crow, as you can plainly see." "Crikey, what is it, Hoot, mate?" asked Snap. "Well," explained Hoot, "Crow doesn't crow at dawn, only dusk. So I hypnotized him, and he's under a trance. So I told him he would crow at dawn once I snap my fingers, but I cannot click my fingers." "Bonza, mate!" exclaimed Snap. "That's where I come in!" And Snap gave those fingers of his a good hard snap. That broke Crow out of his hypnotic trance, and now he didn't know where he was. "Where, I say, where on earth am I?" asked Crow. "You're in the wetlands, mate," explained Snap. "How come?" asked Crow. "Because I snapped my fingers to break you out of your hypnotic trance, mate," added Snap. "I brought you here," explained Hoot, "because I cannot snap my fingers." "Oh, all right then," said Crow. Then he suddenly noticed the sun rising. And he said, "Hee-haw! Hee-haw!" "My word!" exclaimed Hoot. "It must have taken donkey's years to snap him out of his trance."